I'm excited to share with you two techniques every home woodworker should know. First, how to use a pocket hole jig for pocket hole joinery, and how to use a biscuit joiner. And stay tuned to the end of the video for a special bonus tip. Pocket hole joinery. What exactly is that, and is it suitable for a do-it-yourselfer? Actually, it is very suitable for a do-it-yourselfer, and I have one right here I can show you. This is made by Craig, the largest manufacturer, and certainly one I recommend, I use all the time. There's a jig. This is the basic jig, and what pocket hole joinery is, it allows you to drill pocket holes to install pocket screws. These are the special screws they come with. This happens to be coarse thread for softwood lumber or plywood. Then they have fine threads for if you're screwing together hardwood. But in any case, you can see they have a square recess for driving them and a washer built in, a washer head screw. And here's the jig. And the way it works is, let's say we wanted to join these two pieces of wood together, these two pieces of plywood like this. And we want to attach it with 3 screws. So you mark screws like maybe 1 inch from each end, 1 in the middle, and you extend the line up tall enough so that when you put this in the jig, you line it up with one of your lines right there. Then you lock it in place. It has this really cool cam, locks it right in place, nice and sturdy. It comes with 2 special bits. One is a step drill for drilling the hole, rather, for the screw. Then a long square drive tip for driving in the screw. So what you do is, once you have this locked in place, you use the drill bit to drill the hole down, and then you unlock it, slide it to the next hole center, lock it in place, drill another hole, and of course you repeat the process. And once you have the holes drilled, then you apply a little glue, set the board in place exactly where you need it, drop a screw, pocket screw into the holes, and then use the driver bit to drive in those screws. There you go. That's how the pocket hole jig works. What a biscuit joiner is, sometimes it's called a plate joiner. I'll show you. This is one I bought. Geez, I must have had this one over 20 years. It's a very simple tool. As the name suggests, it allows you to join together pieces of wood. And what it uses are biscuits. Biscuits come in 3 different sizes. So it's 0, 10, and then we have 20. I typically use the 20, but depending on the thickness of the wood, you use different ones. But this is what the biscuit joiner looks like, and the way it works is it's a very simple tool. In here is a small circular blade. Can you see that right there? It cuts a semicircular slot that is half the shape of these little football shaped splines, right? And by the way, these biscuits or splines are compressed beech. What the manufacturers do is they take beech, hardwood beech, and they cut it into this shape, and then through a hydraulic press, they smash this thing, and they reduce the thickness almost by half. So this is compressed. What happens is when you glue it into the joint, it absorbs the moisture from the glue, the water that's in most glue, and it swells up and locks that joint together. So very little clamping, if any, is needed. Really a slick system. But in any case, so what you do is you set this knob here to the size biscuit, 0, 10, and 20. Right now it's set at the 20 size biscuit. And you lower the fence. And then, let's say, again, we wanted to put these 2 boards together. We want to cut slots for biscuits to go in there, right? So then you just draw lines where you want the slots cut. Then you just hold the fence down, squeeze the trigger, and press in. What happens when you press in, it cuts that semi-circular shape. And then you do the same thing on this board. And then you apply glue to the edge of the board and to the slots, force in the biscuits, tap them together, and then if necessary, you can glue them. There you go, perfect joint. Whenever you're buying wood glue, it's always best to buy it in a bulk container like this is a gallon wood glue. It's much more affordable than buying it in the small bottles. But once you buy it, then how do you dispense it? You can't just keep pouring it out of this giant gallon. So you can actually buy glue bottles, smaller bottles specifically designed for wood glue. But they're pretty expensive. They start at like $6 or $8 a piece. So I have a better idea. I went to the dollar store and I found this. For $1, it's made for condiments, I guess, like ketchup and mustard, that kind of thing. But it's perfect for wood glue. You can twist off the top. It's really easy to fill. It's got a cap that snaps on, airtight seal so the glue won't dry out. It's even got this little tether so you won't lose it. And this cool little feature too, it's got this little nub here that you can snap it on so when you're applying the glue, it won't be in the way. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by liking and subscribing. And I'd like to send a special shout out to our growing list of subscribers. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you.